So hello everybody, how is everything going on? I'm Sudhanshu and I welcome you all to the platform of Bleeder Creative. How is the winter going on for you? Because this is so harsh, so shivering for me in the North India at least. So what this video is all about? This video is about some 5 general tips that you should apply to write a good answer in board examinations. And if you're someone who would like to watch the same content in Hindi, then you can watch the same content in Hindi by the link given in the description below, and it will be also appearing in the I button. You can check that out. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button for more such videos. We have already uploaded one shot of term 2, except Kings and Chronicles chapter, that will also be uploaded within a couple of days. And we have also done so much effort in the answer writing series, so you can also watch other videos of answer writing series. The link of whole playlist has been given in the description below, and it will also be appearing on the I button upside. Now, while listing all those 5 general tips, the first one will be control yourself. While writing answer in boards, there will be a time, as for example, you have prepared one topic, that is of Al-Biruni and his itinerary, his accounts and his experiences in India very well. You have prepared this topic very well, and someone from your school, some teachers, some academic faculties from your school has said that this topic is so important and you have to make sure that this is being prepared very well by you all. And you have done the same, you have prepared the topic very well, and question from this topic did come in exam. But the question was like, if Al-Biruni had come in the era of Ibn Battuta, then how would the experiences be different from whatever is written in Kitab al-Hind? The question is from the same topic, but it is way more indirect than you have learnt and you have remembered all those facts and all. Now, you have to write the answer as per assumption that if Al-Biruni would have come in the era of Ibn Battuta, how much differences there would be in the accounts of Al-Biruni, whatever he has written in Kitab al-Hind. Here you cannot apply any of the facts that Al-Biruni traveled this much, Al-Biruni was born in Khwarizm. Absolutely, you can write some intro of 2 or 3 lines that Al-Biruni was born in this era or in that region, and he was appointed as astrologer by Mahmud Ghazni, Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni. So you can write it as intro, but you cannot explain all the facts that you have written, his itinerary, his accounts, his experiences. You have to write the answer as per the assumption of that particular scenario, 14th century medieval India. If Al-Biruni would have come in that era, how much different the Kitab al-Hind would have been. So in those kind of questions where you know the topic, you know something about the topic, but that thing is not applicable to that question. This question has nothing to do with the itinerary of Al-Biruni. This question has nothing to do with when was Al-Biruni born, how was he born, where was he born, and how he was captured as hostage from Khwarizm to Ghazni. He was taken over. He was brought as hostage by Mahmud Ghazni. So what you will have to do here, you will have to control yourself. You have to resist yourself from writing those facts, because you're not going to impress examiners with those facts, because he or she already knows that, or already knows way much better than you and me. Okay, so first tip I would give is to control yourself. Second is to balance yourself while writing a good answer. This tip will be applicable in questions like evaluation based questions. Like if I'd say that critically evaluate the impact of zamindari system. Here you have to give some arguments in the favor of zamindari system too, and in the disfavor, against the favor of zamindari system too. And you will have to balance the arguments in such a way that it does not look like you are more inclined towards the favor of zamindari system or even in the against of zamindari system. Okay, so when we are critically evaluating something, if that thing is worse or if that thing has disadvantages in all of it, so you will have to mention more of disadvantages, like 70% of the answer will be based on disadvantages, but 20 to 25% of answer should be in the favor of that particular scenario, or here it is in the case of zamindari system. So balance your answer. Third tip that I would give is to use evidences. Attach evidences as much as you can, because when you attach evidences, like you can use dates as evidence, you can use statistics as evidence, you can also use names as evidence. Like if you're answering a question in economics that how can RBI, Reserve Bank of India, control money supply through its monetary policy, you are answering here by bank rate, it can, by repo rate it can, by reverse repo rate it can, by open market operation it can. So while answering those questions, if you are also attaching the current statistics of bank rate, current statistics of reverse repo rate or of repo rate, this will mark an impact in the eyes of, in the thoughts of examiner, that this person whatever he has written is also to the point, and he has also studied the concept to the extent which other student which whom copies I am checking have not. So these things make an impact. And second is, you can also use dates when you are mentioning of summary settlement. You can also apply that summary settlement was introduced in 1856. These dates, these typical dates, if you can write actual date, the day and the year, that will be marvelous. And the third, you can also use names. Like if you are mentioning the revolt of 1857, you can also use some names which are not necessary to be written in the answer, but if it is written, it will be a great impact in the eyes of examiner. Like you can use, if you are explaining the participation of talukdars, you can use the name of Begum Hazrat Mahal, that talukdars fought in the support of Begum Hazrat Mahal, who was the then Nawab of Awadh. So these kind of things, the dates, the names, and the statistical records, you can use as evidences in your answer, and that this will strengthen your probability. This will increase your probability to gain more marks as rewards. Fourth tips that I would suggest is to link the points. Write your answer like you are writing a story, because you have to engage your examiner in a very immobile way. He should not focus more on your answer paper. He should feel like that this is a story and I'm going with the flow. Because once he starts focusing on the answer, your answer paper, and once he starts focusing, he or she, whoever is checking your copy, once he starts focusing on the details of your answer, then he or she will definitely get some of the flows that can easily reduce your numbers. So try to engage your examiner in a story. So try to engage your examiner in a way that you have written a story and they are going with the flow, giving the marks, going with the flow. And the fifth thing that you should take consideration of is handwriting. I know this is one of the most debated topics, that how should my handwriting be like? My handwriting is so bad, and is there any chance of gaining me a good marks in boards if my handwriting is below average? First of all, to those whose handwriting is marvelous and who has always been praised for their handwritings by the teachers, by their classmates, for those there is nothing to be needed in the terms of handwriting. You have already gained unfair advantage over your peers. If your handwriting is extraordinary, you have always been praised by your peers, by your classmates, by your teachers for the handwriting. You have nothing to do with that portion. Most you can do is to speed up your process of writing. Okay, speed up the writing speed. But for those whose handwriting is below average, like the students who are like me, I would suggest that you should write as neatly as you can. You should write as neatly you can. At least it is certain that you cannot improve your handwriting in 2 or 3 months. Okay, so you should write as neatly as you can and work on the writing speed simultaneously. Your speed should not be slow, and you should also write neatly, that examiner should not feel that this question paper is full of garbage, overwriting, bad spellings. I am not figuring out what is written here by him. To make sure that your paper is written very neatly, that will be sufficient for you to gain enough marks in your boards. So these 5 tips, if you have applied in your boards exam, if you have applied in your practice of answer writing, will fetch you more marks beyond expectation what you have ever thought. Thank you for watching, and if this content makes sense to you, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and you should also join our Telegram group to make the largest humanities community ever built on this planet. We are here to help you in whatever possible way we can. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.